In the BrainHoney Steps to Success Video 1, we demonstrated how to register on BrainHoney, set up a course, and begin dragging and dropping our standards onto a schedule. Once you have followed those steps, open your course syllabus and make sure you have dropped some of your standards onto your calendar or module schedule. Our tutorial begins from this point. Now that we know when we are going to teach the standards, we will focus on how to align those standards to our teaching materials so we can track our students' progress. Teachers organized on BrainHoney will know exactly what their individual students know before any test arrives, giving them the time to reteach or supplement their classes as needed. There are several ways to add materials to BrainHoney. We can import them to the right-hand side, then drag and drop them onto our calendar, or we can click Add here. Because you likely have many materials you have already created, let's first talk about importing them to your BrainHoney domain. At the bottom right of your screen, click Add. You can browse your computer to find your files and upload them one by one, or you can import entire folders of work. To import folders, make sure you have previously compressed them as zip files. After you have done this, you will be able to locate them through the Browse feature, just like the individual files. Once you have located your file and selected it, click Upload. BrainHoney will ask you if you would like to expand the folder. Click Yes. The window stays open in case you would like to import more folders. For now, click Close. Now your course files window is populated with your materials. From here, you can drag and drop them onto the weeks containing the standards the materials cover or assess. Importing files this way is especially convenient for documents that need to be read or worksheets that contain all of the instructions necessary to complete the learning activity. If you need to include instructions with your learning objects, you should place your materials in BrainHoney by clicking the Add button located on each week or module of your calendar. You can add all of the following types of materials. In this tutorial, we will focus on assignments and assessments. Select Assignment. In this view, you can edit title and description, add an attachment, choose a due date, set grading criteria, and create a student Dropbox if you want the items submitted online. Other advanced options include restricting access and refining your objectives, which we'll talk about later. Let's make a quick assignment now. Looking below, I see I am teaching about slopes this week, so this assignment will include a worksheet that my students can submit to me directly or via the Dropbox, and will be due at the end of the week. In the grading criteria box, I will list the worksheet as homework and make it worth 25 points. As we will see later, as soon as I add an assignment here, it is automatically added to my gradebook. Now that we're finished, let's click Done. Now let's add an assessment. You will notice 3 tabs across the top of your screen. This Properties tab looks similar to our assignment window and has many of the same features. It's important to note that paper assessments can be included here as attachments, but the Questions tab above will let us enter the questions directly onto the BrainHoney system, so it can help us with the grading policies. In the Settings tab, we can choose what type of assessment we are administering, and can create technical exams using the advanced settings below. The third tab helps us enter the questions and their answers. BrainHoney supports 5 types of questions shown here. Let's make a simple short answer question. You can add additional questions by clicking here or here. Click Done. Back on our syllabus page, look at the green lettering under each standard. It is indicating how many times each standard has been covered and assessed. By default, BrainHoney links all materials in the schedule to all standards. If you need to refine which standard is addressed, simply drag and drop the standards onto a material icon. You can also manage the standards from inside each teaching item as follows. We have now covered basic assessments and assignments, but BrainHoney can do much more. It was designed to deliver the media-rich environment expected by students of the 21st century. For example, assignments can include visits to websites, where a teacher can observe how long a student has explored the site. Now it's time to tell you about something we think you're really going to like. Click on your gradebook. Look at the top row. The assignment and assessment you just created are already included. If these items are corrected online, the score will automatically populate as well. Or you can quickly enter them by hand, like you do in other systems. What's more, because your standards are aligned to your materials, when you correct your students' assignments and tests in BrainHoney, a concept mastery score is automatically created for each standard. But we'll talk more about that in our next video. You might be thinking your school already uses a gradebook, but don't worry. BrainHoney was constructed on an open API platform, so your school tech person can help you get your grades from our system to your current system without any additional effort on your part. Once your syllabus is set up in BrainHoney, everything else is a cinch. And shouldn't it be that way? We hope you followed along and enjoyed this tutorial. To learn more about adding students, checking concept mastery levels, communicating and using the teacher dashboard, please continue on to BrainHoney Steps to Success Video 3.